Hello all, Dr. Fox back here with you with Dad's Day, and we have a few small hot fixes, auction house throttles, Pokemon stuff, LGBTQ, all kinds of good stuff, Midsummer Festival, and let's get into this, shan't we? Dr. Fox back here with you with your weekend update. First off, happy Midsummer Fire Festival rocks out this week, plus the start of the new Time Walking 5 straight weeks with some extra bonus wrap for their prospective expansions. Very, very exciting. A happy, special happy out to all those special men in our lives. A happy Dad's Day and or happy Man's Day to all you men and or gentlemen out there. I hope you all get to have a good day and a good weekend and a good start to the happy first official summer and or summer solstice, depending on how you celebrate that. We have the pet battle bonus week wrapping up this week up on Tuesday. PvP brawl coming up, and so much more to hang in there with us. We just want to appreciate that. There's more extensive videos out there, but the auction house throttle speed, it's really affected a lot of the TSM folks and a lot of the top hoarders, and brought up some good points about those as well. Will there be some new artifacts? Oh, there was this talk about possibly human and night elves coming, or I don't know. We'll have to kind of see where we'll go with that, or the heritage armor, if you will. With the quest that we had, I'd still like to see them finish out all the different characters and all that. So we'll have to kind of see how that plays out as well. Speaking of that, we've had some corruption rotations as well as in the Shadowlands build, some beautiful hairstyles out there, some druid form ones. And just a quick mention for last week as well, just to clarify those druid forms. It's just like if you go to the barber and you're gonna say maybe change the color. It's not actually like, let's say you're Kaltoran and it changes into that tree sort of looking cat, and suddenly you can change it to a cat from another one like a night elf. No, that's not what I was trying to say if someone had that confused. It's just basically allowing you to maybe change your color, but within those perspective changes of that druid type. It doesn't mean you can actually change it like a Kaltoran druid cat to look like a night elf cat. That's all I'm trying to say there. It's just I wanted to clarify that as well. Last weekend too as well, I was enjoying the Gojira marathon that they had on Comet TV, and that was a lot of fun as well. So I hope you all kind of had an opportunity to enjoy that. We've had some looks at the Bosamdi dungeon from a lot of those that really liked Bosamdi from BFA. Whenever you die and get some fun-filled little things, an interesting take and look on his new dungeon as well. And outside of things as well, while we were talking earlier about the Pet Battle bonus week, a good segue for that is the Pokemon expansion Isles of Armor dropped this week as well. I'm very excited about that. I've been playing around with that a bit, doing some of the intro stuff and into the dojo. That's been just a lot more Pokemon to add to your collection out there if you're still looking to do that as well. I've pretty much brought just about all mine over at this point, and I've been able to finish my Pokedex for now. So that on those aspects of it, I still play around with that on the while we're still on the Pokemon mention. They had some big announcements this week as well as some apps that came out like for brushing, but some poor folks I've noticed in the comments are really, it's causing them a lot of teeth trouble. They're really grinding and brushing really hard on it. Maybe you're having a better option with that, or your child or someone you know has played around with it a little bit. Maybe that's not hurting your teeth as much, but boy, when you grind away at that enamel, ouch. Interesting enough, that's a Pokemon brushing app that's supposedly supposed to watch your motion movement as you brush. I guess they've got a Pokemon app coming out as well, and then we'll see that. And one of the big announcements, Pokemon Snap 2, I'm very, very excited about. I loved Pokemon Snap 1 on the Nintendo 64, and we're going to be getting that on the Nintendo Switch supposedly down the road. A new Pokemon Snap 2, and I saw an early trailer put out over in Japan and China area, and wow, it looks gorgeous. Let me just put it that way. Speaking of Pokemon, the new Pokemon Journeys dropped. We saw the last of Twilight Wings, the little shorts that were online a few weeks back, sort of to follow up to that. And then the following Friday was Pokemon Journeys. I've really been enjoying it. They put out the first 12 episodes. There was talk of a 13th episode dropping over the next week or so, or a few days. So we'll have to see how that. I'm up to episode 10. I've been trying to watch like a couple on the weekend, kind of like what I used to do instead of doing one long binge. As well as right now through YouTube TV, they're letting you free watch The Watchmen. I've been catching up on The Watchmen. I think I'm up to episode 6, and I'm loving all the tie-ins with the Watchmen film. It's kind of cool so far. And I no spoilers, but I've heard there's going to be some interesting build up. So we'll have to kind of see how that plays out. And I've still got a lot to see on it. Like I said, I'm only in about episode 6, I think, at this point. So I'm trying to grind that out over the next few days. Speaking of grinding, you'll notice here these are my current characters for the Alliance side. We've kind of pretty much tidied up those. I've been helping out my friend over on our alt account. I'm not showing those right now, but we are plugging away at those. We've got we've been leveling the human paladin and the Durrani paladin, and I'm all excited. We got our Durrani paladin in a Pandaria. She's, I think, level 83-ish at this point, at least as of this post. The human paladin, we just got her last night, tidied up for ready for BFA. So all we got to do is grind out that last little bit for that one. And then we've got some more honored rep grinds coming up that we got to do for some of the other characters. And we're excited about that. We'll have to see how that plays out as well. Are there some of the new Pokemon apps coming out, or some of the new Pokemon things that you're interested in? On a quick side note, is there anything like the flight animations and the length of it? We know there's always that stipulation in Shadowlands and Alpha that things can change. How do you feel about those? Another quick few hellos to some of our other viewers out there. I really appreciate your continuing support on that. I know our views have really dropped off right now. So it's extensively, but we'll have to kind of see how things keep rolling out. But for now, we keep the info coming in, mostly WoW, and every once in a while, if there's something else I'm working on, sharing a little bit of what I'm working on at this point, and plugging away at that. And see, then the screen goes blank at that point. I gotta just wobble it a little bit, and they'll take us back to there we go. So I'm gonna kind of wrap things up at this point. I know I had a lot of coverage as well. And a quick side note and a quick hello to Hazel Nutty Games out there. She brought up a great one about Covenant. She mentioned this. Now, again, this isn't true, but this is just a fantasy filled one. I like her Rest Covenant she mentioned, and I just want to send that quick shout out to her as well. I'll throw that link in there as well. And Signs of Killarney and a few others out there have had some good updated, more in-depth episodes. Again, a lot of times I just kind of cover a very brief outline of some of the highlights that are going on, as well, some of the calendar dates and other things like that as well. So really appreciate it. Once again, Dr. Fox, have another great week. Take 2 weeks. I hope you can stay cool. Hoping for those that have been in the humidity lately, you've been able to stay cool. It's been a little rough around here at the house. I have been able, at least not thankfully, I've been very thankful for the electricity. I've been very thankful that my air conditioning works, and I've been able to run it a bit in one room anyway. But the 3/4 of the house gets really toasty, and whenever you have to visit the restroom or make a meal or something, it's a little struggling out there. But we've had the doors and windows closed up, and curtains up on the sides where the sun bails against our house. Some folks are lucky to maybe have a home that's not quite so being fried by the hot sun and is covered up better. But that is a whole nother discussion for a different day. So, and we will talk to you in the morning. And once again, we will see you later.